talk about?
I don't know. I didn't have time to watch anything this week.
Me neither. FaceTime from unknown.
Do you want to play a game? I have locked your YouTube account and fed the key to your cat. You must dig through his excrement to retrieve it.
Ew! No!
You're doing it. You're a cat.
Or you must make a list of your favorite scary movies.
Yeah, we'll do that. What's up, Soap Suds? Welcome back to another episode of the Geek Soapbox. I'm your host, Lee Ponton, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Leva Bates!
Yeah! This week we got a very special Halloween edition of the Geek Soapbox. That's why we're joined by two of our other friends. On my right,
Kelly Z.
to my left,
Jen Walton.
yeah! This is going to be fun. We're going to do a little bit of roundtable. We're going to tell you about our favorite Halloween movies, or scary movies.
Horror movies.
Horror movies.
The horror.
All of the horror. So we all picked a
Subgenre of
Subgenre.
horror.
horror, and we're going to talk about
Yeah.
it.
So who start first, Lee?
I think we're going to start with Kelly.
Hi.
Woo!
Let's go
Paranormal.
Well, I have a very love-hate relationship with horror movies. I love them because I'm fascinated by being scared, but I hate them because I get so scared that I'm like up all night thinking about them. Especially if it's a movie that sticks with me, which for me is like ghost stories and hauntings and haunted houses. The one that sticks with me the most, that terrified me when I saw it on Sunday afternoon, January 3rd, 1988.
Wow.
That is scarring right there, people.
The Changeling with George C. Scott. Came out in 1980. It is about a man he's a composer, and he just lost his wife and daughter in a car accident, and so he moves cross country to kind of start over, and moves into this huge house, and starts to work on his music, but then starts hearing all these weird noises, and he discovers that the spirit of a young boy is haunting the house. He slowly investigates the mystery and discovers that this boy was murdered in the house back in the early 1900s by his father because he was crippled. The little boy was crippled in a wheelchair, and the family was a rich family, and they were set to earn a huge sum of money, but if the boy died, the money would go to charity. So what they did was they drowned the little boy in a bathtub in the attic and then replaced him with a healthy orphan, hence the Changeling.
What the f***?
The family took the healthy orphan over to Europe like he was getting cured, and then when they brought him back, like, oh, he's magically cured, but then the spirit of the crippled boy haunted this house ever since.
Oh.
This movie is what, if anybody knows me, they know I have a phobia of empty wheelchairs. I don't mind wheelchairs with people in them. It doesn't bother me at all. But empty wheelchairs have always bothered me, especially old-fashioned empty wheelchairs.
With like the
wheelchairs
wicker?
with the the seats that just kind of like where their feet go. Just really, really creepy. And the cover of the film is just the Changeling, and it's like a wheelchair with just cobwebs and stuff all over it. There's so many images from that movie, like the boy being drowned. The boy had, of course, like this creepy music box, and it played the same little tune over and over again.
Of course it did.
The empty wheelchair chasing a woman down the hallway of the house. It's definitely one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, and it's stuck with me through the years.
That's terrifying.
Yes. Yes, it is. All right, Lee.
Okay, so my
Killers.
genre is the slasher killer genre. This genre is populated by our, Friday the 13th, our Nightmare on Elm Street, our Halloweens. I love all those movies. They're all fun. But the film that I really love and I could watch over and over again probably wouldn't exist if all these other movies didn't come before it.
Yeah.
So the movie that I picked and I really love is Scream.
Hello, Sydney.
Game, 1996.
Ah, so good.
Kevin Williamson wrote it and Wes Craven directed. And Wes Craven knows horror, like for real. Yeah, I just love that movie because it pays homage to all those old slasher films but it also realizes that it's doing it. It's just really, really smart, really well written. It's a great mystery because the whole time you're wondering, who the hell is Ghostface? It seems like it could literally be any single person in that town. And they keep guessing right up until the end. And I just love that. And I love all the cliches that it's like, oh, don't say I'll be right back, don't do this, don't do that. And then it immediately does it. It's so smart, so well done. It's so quotable.
Yeah, such a great
And the cast is a really cool, fun cast, too.
Yeah, Rose McGowan,
I think
Campbell.
Jamie Kennedy.
It exemplified the 90s in my mind.
It really did.
Yeah, it really did.
It's weird because like the Halloweens of the world and the Friday the 13th, all that stuff is great.
Child's play!
But I feel like I could watch those movies once and be like, that was good, that was fun, that was great. But Scream is one of those movies that I could start over again and just keep watching. I don't know why. I just have a good time watching it.
That movie, it sticks with you in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, I'm going to stay up all night, you know, seeing these images.
No.
But there's a element of comedy to it that really helps out.
Weird things stick out in my mind about it. Like when I go to the store and I buy a Jiffy Pop, I think of Scream. Legit.
Yes.
You're just like, Drew Barrymore, hope I don't die.
I love how inept to like the masked Scream. Like he would try to chase after everyone in the movie, and he inevitably like hit his head in a door or slipped and fell. Like every time, it's a different kind of scary movie.
Yeah.
And it really hadn't been done before, where you laughed, but you were still scared and there was tension.
Well, that movie just made a lasting impression, and I think it's just a really great watch. Leva.
Hi, I have psychological horror movies. So, underneath the little chart I found has gore, torture, home invasion, madness, all sorts of craziness. Less monsters, more humanity as the monster.
People suck.
So, there's so many good psychological horror slash thrillers that kind of blend in with each other. I really want to talk about Psycho, My Namesake, Bates Motel, Leave It Bates. Still, to this day, I say Norman's my dad. Again, going along with psychological horror and My Namesake, Kathy Bates in Misery. Holy moly, that was creepy as F. I mean, but then you can go into like In Mouth of Madness, Silent Hill, The Purges, even Seven. Seven is kind of like, is it a horror movie? Is it not a horror movie? It's a thriller, but that really impacted me.
It's disturbing, yeah.
I saw it in the dark by myself. I don't know, my whole family was gone, and I was freaked out. And also a lot of foreign horror is psychological. Audition, The Tale of Two Sisters, The Vengeance Trilogy's cut from Three Extremes, and High Tension. But my choice for psychological horror will be Saw. Saw, I would like to say, came out in 2004, and it spawned what they like to call torture porn. And it's not porn, but it's kind of what the sub-genre is called. Yeah, no, when I was Googling this, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to click on this link, but I did.
It's kind of like how they say food porn, it's not. You know,
yeah, exactly. It was Saw, and I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. And holy moly, I didn't expect that. I mean, I knew it was going to be kind of crazy and gross, but he really plays mind games with you. And it's not just like, I'm going to run with the machete and chase you. Rawr. He takes your fears and your sins and plays it against them. Like the photographer, he called him a voyeur. You know, the doctor who couldn't help him cure his brain cancer. But the thing that really almost stopped my soul was this little guy. He said, I have doll fear and puppet fear. So the first scene, you see moving by himself. I'm looking around. I don't see anyone pushing him. Dolls and objects that move by themselves freak me out. And he was like, and I'm like, ah! He talks to me as an evil, scary voice. He's going to put me in a bear trap. Holy balls. So that scared me, even more so than the, oh, here, dig through their guts to get the key. Like, I'm like, oh my god, that doll's torturing me, oh my god. So what I did to conquer my fear, I dressed up as Billy for a wrestling show. Had a tricycle and everything.
Is that his name?
Billy, the puppet. You didn't know you had a name?
I know, it makes him
yeah,
much creepier.
So, to face my fear, because I'm one of those weirdos that, like, if I'm petrified of it, I will be like, ooh, I'm scared of it. For some reason, I'm weird, that person. I don't know. So I
don't
dressed
like
up
pumpkins.
like Billy. I owned the mask. The mask petrified me, so I finally wore it and realized, okay, I'm Billy. I'm good. And now I love it.
Face your fears, people.
Yeah.
Yes! That movie is so good, though. It's just, I read that he filmed it in chronological order, at least the bathroom scenes, in order for the actors to fit it more into the scene. Oh my god, that's just, So I had a mixture of mind effery,
That's a word.
butcher,
Copyright
gore,
that.
and puppets. So, I feel like I could talk forever about this, but let's move on to Jen.
Yes, Jen, you got monsters and creature features.
I do have creature features, and there are so many. For me, Jaws will always be my favorite. Anybody who knows me knows that that's what started my absolute love of monster movies. But that's not the one I'm going to talk about because it's not very seasonal. Like, it's not the one that says Halloween to me. But there are so many that are great, like Jurassic Park, Piranha 3D, Deep Blue Sea, anything with sharks in it, Sharknado.
Sharknado 2.
Yes. Lake Placid. Betty White is a sadistic bitch. Tremors, The Beast, like the list goes on and on. But the one I'd like to talk about is Arachnophobia. And I like that one a lot because Halloween, you know, it's all about that like creepy, crawly feeling, and it plays on a real fear, like something that exists that you probably come in contact with every single day. Now, to the extent of this movie, probably not, but the fact is, it could happen. And so that is just like super scary.
I remember seeing like the behind the scenes of this movie, and they're like using hair dryers to make the spiders move. Fascinated by that. My parents were like, you're not gonna want to watch this movie. You're not gonna want to watch. Like, no, I want to see what they did.
So you saw behind the scenes before you saw
Yes,
the movie?
because there was all that hype about it. I was like, oh no, I really want to see it. I really want to see it. So I tried to watch it in the middle of the day. I don't remember how old I was. That was off very quickly. I hated it. I could not.
And that's why I love it for that reaction right there. That is what makes that the perfect Halloween movie.
Can I rewind? Take it back to the video king on the corner.
See, this is why I love horror films. I love to see people's reactions. None of it bothers me. I have a love-love relationship with horror films. Ever since I was little, I remember watching Jaws, Poltergeist, Amityville Horror, and I just love The Exorcist. Even that young, like, I don't know, I just respected the genre and just really enjoy it.
Well, you have a funny story about somebody in Annabelle, they shouted.
Yes, another thing I love about horror films when you go to the movies to see them is that group camaraderie that you get. And we're watching this movie and all of a sudden someone goes, that doll! And I was like,
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes!
What's your favorite scary movie? Let us know in the comments below. Get in on this conversation. Give us your list or just your one favorite. Tweet us your favorite.
Did you like our movies? Did you not like our
Did we
movies?
forget anything?
Do you have any funny stories about getting punched in the theater while watching the movie?
Yes!
Let us know.
What effery have you experienced in the theater?
Make sure you give this video a like. We like seeing that big thumbs up there.
Share this video with your friends.
Spread the word!
Yeah.
We put a lot of effort into this. I'm getting on my soapbox right now.
Ooh, another soapbox. The Geek Soapbox soapbox.
Subscribe to the channel.
Whoa! Billy?
Remember to subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe. That's all. Bye!
Bye guys!
Oh.